It's time to awaken and remember who you really are. It's time to live a life that you absolutely love. And it is time for the awakened being. Conversations to create change. Having real, transparent conversations that will change your world. And together, we can change the world. Hello, my loves. Thank you so much for joining us today for this beautiful experience, this expression, this transmission on the Awakened Being Conversations to Create Change. I am Sundari, the Alchemist of Light, also known as Marcy Locke Mentor, and I'm so excited to share with you this show. You can't receive it from others or the world until... Until what? Well, that is what we're going to reveal. The truth and the connection to fill in those gaps to truly manifest and receive everything that you want. And my loves, if you haven't yet, I encourage you, go to marcylocke.com to receive the free activation/meditation, the ultimate life of having it all. You can also check out any other activations, meditations. There's several programs to support in anything that you're wanting focused intention around, anything that you're having resistance in your life. We know what's on the other side is what's available to receive. So whether it be money, medicine, or awakened relationships, or the liberation codes, that's all there to support. Like I said, as well as plenty of activations and meditations to support and re-imprinting and programming in your system. Our highest recommendation is the Best Life Tribe community or Aligned to Manifest. So Best Life Tribe community is our community where you get access to my programs to literally be moving through those in a community of support where I do live breakdown to breakthrough calls, answering questions, also having a library of excess trainings that I've been able to give and share and support with, all of our Peace for the Planet activations and things as well. So much is there to receive. So if you're really wanting the path and the journey and the support, that is our highest recommendation for that. If you've been on the journey for a while, if you're already been diving into the levels of consciousness and embodiment and are truly ready for the highest levels of alignment, next level human, next level new earth codes is an Aligned to Manifest, where it's a mastermind and a space and container for literally the next level teachings and information and receiving and encoding in the body, activating and accessing the highest realms of consciousness. So definitely check that out if that calls to you to be supported. We are just simply here to support. There's always the book. There's so many things. The Awakened Being book, Living in Liberation, Bliss, and Abundance Now. So you can check that out also on the site and receive the codes in that. We are so just happy to be on the journey with you. So grateful for you leaning into your own healing that truly allows all of us to rise together in love and heal our planet. Thank you for being here and joining me for the show. Enjoy, beloved. My sacred soul beloveds, I am so fucking stoked. So fucking stoked to be here in this now moment with you. This is Sundari, the Alchemist of Light, also known as Marcy Locke Mentor here on the Awakened Being show. And I'm really just fucking excited to open the channel of what's coming through. This has just been coming up in my field and really just speaking to, if you can't give it to yourself, how, my loves, can you ever expect to receive it from the world or others? And the flip of that is obviously you can only receive to the amount you're willing to give yourself. So you can only receive the amount of love you're actually willing to give yourself, the amount of safety, the amount of expression, the amount of abundance, the amount of all these things. And so I really want to just speak to this, that we can see this so clearly. And as I'm sharing with you, I'm sitting in my sacred sanctuary in Bali. You might hear the wind, the birds, the distant roosters. I even have this beautiful, glorious open view of the rice fields where some of the locals walk through, and sometimes they catch me when I'm doing my woo-woo crazy shit naked and outside, and they might stop and have conversation. It's all just beautiful and divine. I really feel called to just kind of be in the space. So you might receive some of that in the background as well. Really just getting present. This is also the a part of this is been my journey of giving myself permission to live wherever the fuck I want to live, to go and do whatever I want to do, whenever I want to do it, with whoever I want to do it, and be in the fullest discovery of my unique expression and play and adventure. I am the greatest love story. I am the greatest adventure. You are that, and there is no separation to that. So if we look at this from an energetic space, an energetic creation, because we are energy. We are quantum beings. We are multidimensional. We are energy. It is all energy. Whatever you are vibrating is what you manifest. And so, so a way that I would break this down way back in the day as I would do TV and do my programs, such a basic concept. I remember coming from this place of being, I was raised as in a very strict religion that was, don't hurt, don't be heard, don't be seen, don't speak up, don't step out of line, don't do what God doesn't want you to do. High levels of just perfectionist, and suppression in my experience of it. And so evolving through this journey, very much I get and know this fun game, this play of dissolving the illusions of, the boxes and the stories and the programs of what it has to look like and what we've been so deeply programmed in that we have to be for our safety, for love, for acceptance, for all of these things. And this really comes to giving yourself permission. And so the first thing coming through with that I want to share is coming from that place I was at. I was I'd been married for 7 years, married in the temple as I was taught I was supposed to do, virgin till I was married, all the things that, the way it had to be done. And when I found out my former husband had cheated and my boys were just 1 and 4 years old, giving myself permission to then I finally was like, this is fucking crazy. Like, actually, I'll just share really quickly how when I was like, all right, what do I get to do to survive? Again, that was the life I knew: survive and suffer and struggle and just get through. So my consciousness wasn't at, how do I give myself permission to thrive and play in bliss? It starts in the next inch and moving the energy towards that. And I was, for the first time, really questioning, what am I believing? What are the results of the people that I've been, believing in the religion, in, the culture, the community, etc. And I remember asking, what am I just going to do to feed my boys, to be able to pay the bills of the mortgage and feed my boys and take care of them? And I was at the deepest low. And that obviously it reflected, the only thing that came to my mind that I felt like I could do was go become a waitress. And this was at 28 years old, choosing to be a single mom and go make $2 an hour and plus tips. And so that it came to me as well, how am I going to be able to take care of my boys during the day? They're 1 and 4 years old, be with them as a full-time mom, and then be able to still pay the bills and work at night. And it was go be a waitress at night. And this was the direction I kind of felt. And, so I remember going to see my bishop and to tell him, well, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to choose to do. And he said to me, if you don't take your husband back, you will fold napkins for $2 an hour for the rest of your life. Now that lit a fire in my ass. Like there was no concern about how I, as a person, felt, was being treated, was, honoring of my life experience. All of the things just hit me in the face of, it was just about, this is what is wrong in God's eyes. Divorce is wrong in God's eyes. It doesn't matter what you're experiencing. You need to do this because this is what, church law type says. And it just made me question. I also had reflections of, looking at his life experience and knowing from conversations with his wife the struggles they had, and also the hiding of pretending everything's perfect from the outside, but what's really happening on the inside. And also her sharing with me how their daughter had wanted to have divorce and how he, just absolutely forbade it. And it's that doesn't value you as a person. And it just made me question, that's not the kind of result I want in my life. So even that, my loves, in stepping forward and giving myself permission to lean into the next level of what does my life experience get to look like? I like giving yourself permission to choose what is best for you beyond the stories, parameters, illusions, of other people's experiences. Now, we obviously know I am not still a waitress making $2 an hour. I've created multi-million-dollar empires, worked with some of the top businesses in the entire world, coaching them and leading them, the top leaders in the world, before I was even called to then shed all that and go on a global citizen journey and serve all over the world in the depths of different cultures and communities and ashrams and literally transcend money altogether, that it doesn't fucking run my life in any way. And I am fully supported in getting to experience all that I want to experience in this glorious journey. So I'm going to go back to where I was going with that, is that at the time, just being a single mom, and I was so surrounded by so many people in the same culture of like, you sacrifice everything, you give to everyone else, you show up perfectly, you do whatever anyone else wants, you are last, you take care of your kids first. And this is a big mentality in this culture, in this religion that I was raised in, and for women. And I feel like this is a great mentality for most women and most mothers in the world. And something I used to share as an analogy was, it's like, you give, and say that you have this pitcher full of water, milk, wine, whatever you want to call it. Well, you probably wouldn't be serving your kids wine. You could be, and it's totally okay too. It's all up to you. Yet, if you're pouring out from this pitcher and give to everyone and it's empty, and then you're like the fucking crazy woman that's running around still like trying to pour into everyone's cups, and there's nothing fucking left in the pitcher. There's literally, you're giving nothing. And what that actually comes from is that you're also giving through resentment energy. You're giving through lack and this energy of depletion, versus we know when we take care of ourselves, when we give it to ourselves and we're so full, it's overflowing. There's plenitude. It's always overflowing to give and receive, to give and receive, to give and receive. And so as I would kind of share this analogy with moms, it's like, and one of the ways, as I say, you can only receive the amount of love that you can give to yourself. And it's always a reflection of that. People always say, no, that can't be true, because I give to my husband, I give to my kids, I give to, my business, I give to my team, I give. And so how can it be that, or I would also, so the opposite of it is the same in both ways. I can only give the same amount that I can receive, and I can only receive what I'm willing to give to myself. So what I mean by this is when people say, no, I give everywhere. But yet, I'm not, so how can it be true? That's a reflection of how much I'm receiving. And this is how. When let's say, for instance, again, you're giving out to your spouse, to everyone else. And so you think, no, I'm giving a ton. So see, I'm showing a high level of giving. But how does that reflect in the exact same amount you're receiving is when you put yourself last and give. Again, then you get to the point where like, I have to do this. I should show up this way. This person expects this of me. So I have to say yes over here. You're giving out of a should and have to energy. I should do this. Notice the energy of that, shoulding all over yourself. Have to, force, fight, strive. It's not choice. It doesn't feel clean and energetically like I'm choosing this. I get to do this. This is my choice as a sovereign being. It's I have to do this so that they'll be happy with me, or so that, the people will approve. So when we're giving from that place, which again, when you're give all across the board like that, you begin to give from resentment energy. It's coming from an energy of I have to do this, or I'm saying yes, but I don't really feel in alignment to that. It doesn't actually feel good for me. I'm doing it out of resentment. That is only showing the low vibrational reflection of love that you're giving. That's a really shitty ass vibration of love, is like, I'm giving to you, but I really don't want to. Now that's the same amount of love you are receiving back, which again, putting yourself last is just showing I'm receiving at a low level vibration of love, versus coming from a place of I get to, I feel I am honoring myself. I'm fully receiving. I'm asking for what I want. I am the highest priority. I put myself as the highest priority, and peace is my highest priority, because when I'm operating in that place, fucking I am an overflowing vessel of truth and love and light and gifts and sharing, and everyone receives at that high vibration of love, because the love is fucking clean. So that's one way of kind of bringing it to the aspect of really understanding that whatever you are giving out is what you're going to receive. And the amount that you can receive is still the reflection of how much that same vibration you can give. Now, so let's bring this into what I said in the beginning, which is, if you can't give it to yourself, how can you expect to get it from the world, to get it from others? So coming from this place of waiting for permission, waiting for validation, waiting for someone to fucking save you, waiting for Prince Charming, Princess Charming, whatever it is, waiting for that person that's going to discover you or give you the opportunity, or waiting for your family to approve, or waiting for this unconscious program of, I need something outside of me. I need permission from outside of me. I need God to give it to me. I need God to tell me it's okay. Well, guess what, my loves? You are fucking God. You are the divine. There is no separation from you and divinity, because you are the divine. You are the energy connected to all things. You are the very fucking breath of life. You are the pulsating in your pussy and your lingam and the connection to Mama Gaia herself. You are that. So you are the highest frequency that exists. You are the only one that can know what's right for you. You're the only one that can give yourself permission. You're the only one that can save your fucking self. So when we're operating from a level of consciousness, that is to say, I am not whole, it's manifesting, it's vibrating, coming from lack. I don't have it, it's from outside of me. Now, my loves, the sad reality of the way that most people are creating and operating from, 99% of people are operating from this surface self-empowerment idea of manifestation, which is, okay, I'm going to visualize this thing. I'm going to speak the affirmations. And that's coming from a place of, I don't have it. So what normal programs we've been taught in is that we learn from, okay, well, when I have that, then I can do those things. Then I'll be that vibration. Like, I'll be happy. So when I have, the job, when that opportunity finally comes to me, when I have, the website put together, then I'll share my gifts and my programs. When I have the knowledge, when I have the confidence, when I have the body, then I'll go out, or blah, blah, blah. When I have the money, then I'll do those things. I'll go on vacation. I'll spend the time with my family. I'll da, 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 da. And then I'll be fulfilled, happy, satisfied, blah, 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 blah. That's the fucking story and illusion outside of you that just keeps you in that matrix. Because by vibrating that's what you're creating. So it will never be, oh, someday that arrives. We've all seen this idea of someday, and how someday is always someday, which never actually exists on the calendar, and it's never fucking today. Because it doesn't arrive. It can never arrive when you're vibrating. It's not here. I'm not experiencing now. It's outside of me. I need something outside of me to fulfill this. There's separation from it. So you're vibrating. I don't have it. It's not of me. I'm not worthy. Lack, scarcity, missing. None of that is fucking true, my loves. But when you're operating from this place, again, you as a conscious divine sovereign being are always worthy to receive whatever you want. So that's what you're vibrating and manifesting into reality by just your beingness of this, that is what you're experiencing. So there's no instant day that switches and shifts and changes and it's here. Yes, you can fucking timeline hop realities, my love. And that means the vibration gets to match that manifestation. So the gap in, and there's several things I speak to and teach in this, and obviously my Align to Manifest and my programs, of creating or feeling that gap that most people are experiencing with manifestation. And that is that you be the vibration of it. So it's literally flipped. I get to be the vibration of bliss, happiness, pleasure, giving myself permission, honoring myself, my worthiness, my expression. I get to be the vibration. I can be the vibration of abundance, seeing that I'm fully supported. No matter what you're fucking in right now, my loves, I'm not going to go super into depth in that because I have, so many other coachings and different things that focus on that, money, medicine, etc. That is like being the vibration of abundance, no matter what you're experiencing, and shifting that level of consciousness and experience that you literally are fucking abundance. There's no separation from the abundance outside of you because you are abundance. And by being the vibration of that, so let's say being the vibration of love, that you be the vibration of love, then you're doing the things that vibration does. You're loving on yourself, you're loving on others, you're practicing this in your human behaviors. You're being that vibration. You're choosing to practice looking through all things through the eyes of love, hearing the stories, that come up, the anything in resistance, the patterns, behaviors, everything out of love, and learning to operate from the vibration of unconditional love. Then what you have is those things reflect back to you. All the relationships shift and transcend. You call in those beautiful experiences. Same thing with money. Same thing with, expressing yourself, gifts, etc. Everything is when I be the vibration of that thing. I do the things in alignment with that vibration. I have that as a result because you are the aligned match to it. So, as I was speaking into before, is that, when the illusion that we're separate from it is the lie. Because if we even recognize, like, I am an abundance right now. I'm an abundance of breath. I have an abundance of friends. I'm rich with ideas. I'm rich with friends. I'm rich with support. I have an abundance by having a roof over my head and food that is always available to be able to support me. And we can look for and see whatever we're looking for when we truly tune into. There's an infinite supply of all things. There's infinite possibility in all things. So there's an abundance of everything. So you can either be in an abundance of trust with the divine and the universal order, and you as your highest self source that created every single fucking moment interaction for your highest, greatest good, and the abundance of confidence in that. There's an abundance of supply in that. And you also can be in the abundance of lack, the abundance of scarcity, the abundance of suffering when you're looking for life as that. So really, my loves, what this comes down to is that you are the source of your own experience. You are the motherfucking source of your own experience, beloveds. Oh, yay, awesome, fuck yes, of course you are. That's how fucking cool you are. You are the source of your own experience. You are not a bitch to circumstance. It is not outside of you. It has never been outside of you. You are the vibration pulsating it now. So if you are the source of your own experience, what do you want to create? What do you want to experience? And we can dissolve and let go of this illusion that you are ever a bitch to circumstance or whatever is around you. It's like, I am always the source of my own experience. In this experience that I obviously chose, attracted, created, etc. What is this for? What is this? What do I want to create from this circumstance? And so in being the source of your own experience, I could share so many fucking stories, my love, on my journey through healing these aspects and these witnessing the limiting beliefs, the programs, the patterns, the behaviors, the expectations, the attachments, the ideas, all the things, even if we just look at the idea of safety, where we could think, it depends on the area I'm in, if my doors are locked, other people, I hope no one attacks me, or the government, or blah, 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 what's happening in the world. These are all ideas of outside sources for your own safety, that your safety doesn't come from the outside. And so when let's say, for instance, how do I share this? This is what's coming through, is giving you some of my divine experience of, I was raised really like scared of the world, that the world was going to end, all these terrible things were going to happen, that people were scary and untrusting, and so from the time I was little, I literally attracted several kidnapping attempts. I attracted a stalker by the time I was 11. I had attracted sexual abuse experiences. I attracted several attempts, to be kidnapped and literally almost killed. So many things I could share there. And so I had absolute fucking fear of the world, of people, and was like lived in fear. I remember living in a place, even at this time, the time I was married, or if my husband was out of town, it was like I was fucking up all night long, listening, so afraid someone would break in. I was constantly had all these experiences of being watched and being followed, and that's what I was looking for. And energetically vibrating. So of course, part of my journey was attracting and experiencing all that till I got to heal and transmute that I am the source of my own fucking safety. And as I shifted that and began to become aware and aligned to, I'm always safe, I'm always safe, I'm always safe. And how did I embody that? Not just be speaking it, but set myself up in my environments to look for that. Now I live in a place where I don't even fucking think about it. I believe I'm always safe. I'm always supported. I'm always taken care of. Everyone is beautiful and I'm supported wherever I go in the world. It's like the idea of not being safe never even enters my field because I reprogram completely. I am safe. And I know as a sovereign creator, the source of my own safety, I choose what comes into my field. I feel the micro alignment of energy, and I can be in high discernment of what experiences I choose in on, of where the energy is guiding me, of who I allow in my space. See, I am always the fucking source of it all. And in living in this vibration and in this belief system, this program, I'm literally constantly reaffirmed in the support of being fully safe. So because I am my own safety, I'm the source of that safety. And so my loves, what I want you to tune into is you are the source of your own safety. You are the source of your own love. When we're looking for love outside of us, waiting for someone to validate our worth, waiting for someone to come along, that you're always going to be fucking waiting. You can't. And then when you call, someone in to obviously reflect the vibrations you're at, if you don't fully fucking love yourself, honor yourself, give yourself pleasure and joy and unconditional love and unconditional acceptance and compassion and play and abundance, and you aren't already whole in your giving it of yourself as a sovereign, autonomous whole being, how can you attract a relationship operating in autonomy and wholeness? And so what you attract is someone who tries to love you, but what happens is getting triggered in the amount of love that you can receive, it just gets to reflect what is there to be healed and loved to allow you to transmute and alchemize to operating from a vibration of I fully fucking honor and love myself so I can receive all the love, the infinite, continual, greater amounts of love and pleasure and joy because I'm worthy of that. So everything showing up in your world is just going to be a reflection of the amount you are giving to yourself. So give yourself permission to act on where your heart is calling you, to do what's the most nourishing for your soul, of how you can create and receive more joy right now, how you can dance and play and sing and express. Give yourself permission to be the source of your own worthiness, to be the source of, like I said, your own expression. You witness and see yourself, hear yourself, self-parent yourself, listen to your inner child, allow yourself to go to the depths of creating your own safety, that every emotion can be explored and expressed, and the emotional alchemy can be transmuted through you of shedding the things stuck in your body and your systems of the stuck Shakti and energy from holding on to limitations and beliefs and programs and pattern. Only you can give that to yourself. Allowing yourself to be fully witnessed in all that you are is creating your own safety. Accepting yourself unconditionally is creating a space of, if I love and accept myself unconditionally, guess what? I am that for everyone that comes into my space. That's why through this journey of our wholeness, we are giving fully to yourself, you only reflect and see that in everything else, because the mirror is just your sacred reflection of your consciousness, of your mind, of your heart, of where you're operating from. So giving yourself permission, my loves, to be both the feminine and masculine. As you date and love on yourself, do you give yourself flowers, kind of like the action of the giving or the doing, which would be the masculine energy, and then the receiving, the feminine energy? Oh, I love flowers. I'm going to give myself flowers. Oh, I'm going to light candles and turn on music for myself and go into my own sex magic ritual pleasure play, because I am the source of my own fucking pleasure. I'm the source of my sensuality. The more I activate and open my pleasure codes, again, how can I be with a man or woman in full fucking pleasure and expression if I haven't given it to myself? It was through my own journey of healing all the sex trauma, and my own sex magic rituals and my own exploration, and even like getting on the dance floor and dancing with myself, allowing myself to just move my body in every way that felt good, that then allowed me to go into containers and spaces to be able to do this more and more. And it's like, and experiencing that then in divine lovership and all the ways this has got to be expressed, I had to give it to myself. You can't just end up in that situation and be like, all right, I can receive it from you, when you haven't given it to yourself. So, self-love and pleasure, giving yourself permission to be the source of your own creation, the source of your own discovery. If you knew that you are here, you as your purpose, you are here as the purpose. The purpose is you. Every single moment in the discovery of the unapologetic expression of who you are, who you came to be, the codes you decided to remember, the gifts that you share, your capacity, giving yourself permission to be the greatest love story that ever existed, the greatest adventure discovery, the greatest exploration. And in all of that, my love, I wouldn't be living the life I am now, where again, I can receive living in paradise, going and experiencing whatever I feel called to do, creating in whatever I feel called to create, sharing and playing and dancing and continuing to experience the highest level of bliss and pleasure and play. Now, where I shared with you where I started, the single mom who grew up with all this abuse, trauma, limitations, lack, scarcity, suffering, those programs, all those things, operating from that place, I just went the journey of giving myself permission, of learning that I am the source of my own experience. So you can create whatever fucking reality you want, my loves. So continually asking yourself, how can I experience more joy right now? How can I experience more joy right now? Can I give myself that? Even if it's the next little, again, it's the next inch, the next micro alignment. If whatever you're feeling resistance in your life, whether it be if you're feeling chaos, how can I give myself more peace? How can I honor myself more? How can I love on myself more? How can I give myself more expression, more ability to be witnessed and heard and seen, or create or play or pleasure? Giving yourself continually, how can I give it to myself? Because you cannot receive it from outside until you give it to yourself, because everything is a vibrational match. So whatever you've been seeking, it is time that you fucking give it to yourself, my loves. There is no separation from it. You are the divine. You are sovereign. You are always the source of your own experience. So I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being on this journey. Thank you for being willing to lean in to allow whatever is ready to be healed and loved and transmuted and alchemized. As you are an alchemist, you are here to simply experience it all and to remember and alchemize it all, the fucking light, that all of our mess becomes our message, our gifts, our truths that we share with each other. So thank you for your adventure, your discovery of the unapologetic expression of you, bringing forth who you truly are, vibrating that, because that is truly how we heal the planet, by healing ourselves and reflecting the remembrance of an integrated, embodied soul, the remembrance of your divinity. Thank you for being here with me. I love you infinitely, completely, always, and always. You are always loved. Thank you, my friends, for joining me for another amazing conversation to create change. To allow that change to take place, please integrate the tools so that you can really receive the change into your life. And I invite you to join us for even more in the Best Life Tribe and continue on your path and your journey. And remember who you really are, a divine being that is already whole, already worthy, completely deserving, and fully capable to now claim and live the life you love.